right? When we laugh, we release endorphins. Endorphins are natural painkillers. When we laugh, we release serotonin. Serotonin is known as the happy hormone. Serotonin is released when we eat chocolate. Yay. Serotonin is released when we have sex. Those were weak yays. Okay. No one's having sex in the room. Okay. All right. We gravitate towards leaders who have that sense of hope, that joie de vivre, that sense of humor, right? On my podcast, Laugh Long and Prosper, I was chatting with a professor in the States about great leaders. She wrote a book about leaders who had used humor to motivate their followers. She talked about Abraham Lincoln. She talked about Winston Churchill. She talked about Barack Obama. I loved Barack Obama. You know, he was so chill. He was so self-deprecating, funny, caring. You know, he's so cool, chill, caring, and smart. I think he could have been Prime Minister of Canada. I really do. They didn't deserve Barack Obama, right? Remember, he tried to socialize healthcare in the States, and every time they'd bring up socialized healthcare, they'd bring up Canada, you know, like we're some sort of banana republic. I know we're not perfect. I had to get a mammogram a couple of months ago, and everything worked out, but you know, for women, don't you just hate getting a mammogram? Don't you feel vulnerable? Because they have to get a picture of your boob, and they use a sketch artist, and right? But it's free, so who cares, right? Basically, it's this vice grip that they jam you into, right? Crank down until they flatten it into like a McCain's thin crust pizza. Right? On top of that, I got the nurse from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest jamming me into this machine like she's stuffing a piece of luggage into an overhead compartment on Air Canada. At one point, she had like her foot on my head. All right? And then they go, "Don't move. Don't move." You know, like you're going to get up with the machine attached to you, drag it down the hallway for 15 minutes. Unbelievable. When I lived in the States for 6 years doing comedy and doing radio. And inevitably, whenever a listener from one of the radio stations or somebody at the comedy club, when they found out that I was Canadian, they'd always say the same thing. "Oh, you Canadians, you're so nice. You're so laid back. You're so polite." But you know what? You can afford to be nice. You can afford to be laid back. You can afford to be polite because we here in the States are doing all the heavy lifting. Wow. Wow. I'd say, really? Yes, Canadians, we're nice, we're polite, we're laid back, but we get things done in our own way. All right? Sure, you can get into Canada with a gun in your car. But God forbid you come through with a nectarine that doesn't have a label on it, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, we get things done in our own way.